So tell me about this postage stamp toe rag studio situation. Was that...
I did exaggerate, it's not that big.
Did that have anything to do with the title, The Hard Way, you produced there?
No, in fact, no, really. I mean, ostensibly it would sound like it would, wouldn't it? Because most people think it's a nightmare to sort of record everybody at once, you know, all in one shot. But for us, that's cheating. That's the easy way to do it. You go in, you know, and you do just like you do on stage, except there happened to be somebody recording it legally. So, you know, really for us, it's the only way we know how to do it. Because, you know, if you put something down one track at a time, you know, if you put the drum and the bass down, and then they've got nothing to react to. So if you haven't got the solo going at the same time, the drums can't react to it. You know, so it's a very sterile sort of way of going about it. But when you're all together, you get the proper vibe. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Would you say...
I just called it The Hard Way because one of the songs was called that.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Imaginative.
Would you say that you're living your dream?
No. I wouldn't quite put it like that, no. My dreams probably don't bear repetition in the next company, so not quite, no. But I'm having a bloody good time.
What do you think the greatest life lesson you learned from Van Morrison? Because you were his backup singer for many years, right?
Well, I was more sort of, I wasn't quite as glorified as a backup singer. I'd just sort of go and join him in on songs that I knew. Yeah. And as soon as, you know, during the set, as soon as he started doing one I didn't know, I'd wander off, have a cup of tea. I drank a lot of tea. What was the question?
What was one of the greatest lessons that you learned from working with him?
Nothing on stage, really. I never really learned anything on stage because I didn't really pay attention. But when he did a track with us in the studio, and watching him work in the studio, I learned a lot more from him because he was only there about 5-10 minutes to do these two songs, and I think his mic technique. I learned quite a lot from that.
Yes, you did.
You know, I learned to keep everything on the same level. Keep it. Listen.
Well, we know what your second career would be. Music didn't work out.
A microphone technician.
No, I was thinking more of a comment. Are there any questions that anyone has in the audience? Yes, sir.
We noticed that you seem to have a lot of fun on the stage. So when you're on the road touring, what would be a normal day in your life?
First, usually it's a really violent fist fight between the rockers. Normally we are on a tour bus, and so no. To be honest, the first thing that starts off the day is you sort of you wander out of your bunk and try to say good morning to whoever's there, because usually your throat's like the bottom of a parrot's cage by the that first time in the morning. So I think it takes about 5 to 10 cups of tea or pints of beer in Jason's case before your eyes actually start to open. So the first bit is extremely slow, and by about 2 o'clock in the afternoon we're actually ready to say hello to each other. Well, we do have a giggle, you know. It's quite a laugh, and pointing at things out of the window. That's usually a favourite bit. Because I mean, much as we enjoy playing, I like the travelling even better. It's seeing new places. It's great.
We have time for one more question. Yes, sir.
Do you prefer to play indoors or outdoors? Like, do you have a better connection with the audience in a place like the Rose Theatre like this?
That's a good question. I'd say generally indoors because of the acoustics, so you're more in control of or somebody is at least, of what people are hearing. So it can be more intimate indoors. So yeah, I would say the advantage of outdoors is usually it's during the day. You know, it can be. It's more often during the day than it is inside. So usually there's lots of children there to annoy, so that's usually quite good. But I'd say indoors for the, what do you call it, the intimate sort of spirit of it, yeah.
Okay, James, before we end, the interview, I would just like to ask you one more question. I always end with this. I'm the editor of Stir Magazine, which is about the art of living. So I'd like to ask you, how do you define the art of living? I can just imagine.
Well, you've got to have the right boots for a start. I think the secret of living proper is you've got to have some sturdy boots and keep yourself regular.
Ladies and